let's bring in Andriy Shevchenko, Ukraine's former ambassador to Canada. Ambassador, you are joining us from Kyiv, of course, the capital of your country. Are Ukrainians believing, sir, that the Russians will invade?
We hope they won't. And the more international support we see behind us, the better chances we have to avoid even greater escalation.
What is the mood there in your country as diplomats are leaving? Obviously, that sends a worrying signal.
Evan, it's just a very small amount of countries which are pulling out families of their diplomats. I would say that the people around me in Kyiv are focused and calm. And you should understand that that this country has been in this war for the last 8 years, since the time when Russia invaded. So we've got to learn how to cope with this. And there is something very new in the air. You just showed those pictures, that footage from the Borispol airport, where about 300 of American javelins were unloaded. And just a couple of days ago, we received very important anti-tank or anti-armor weapons from the UK. So there is a growing feeling of support and a growing feeling of pride. We feel that we are at the front line of this major fight for the free world.
Sir, Canada has offered economic support. A $120 million loan cannot be used on weapons. I know that was at the behest of the Ukrainian government, your government. We have 200 troops there as Operation Unifier's training. Canada has not yet offered lethal weapons, as you point out, like the UK and the US have done. Does Ukraine want lethal weapons from Canada?
Yes, we do. And in 2018, Canada included Ukraine to the automatic firearms country control list. So it was a very reasonable and right decision to do. And this is the moment when we do need weapons to defend us. We need that for our armed forces and also for this new system of territorial defense. It's another new major development on the ground. These territorial defense forces are supposed to absorb military people and also those civilians who, after training, will be able to defend their country. So we do need weapons, and I think it's very important to understand this is the moment to do this. This is the best way to deter further Russian aggression, not after this further aggression has started.
You want weapons from Canada. I know there's been a request from Canada. Has there been any signals to your government that Canada is considering weapons? And sir, if I may ask you, what specific kind of weapons? Are you talking about rifles? Are you talking about anti-tank weapons? What specifically would Ukraine like from Canada?
I can say that your government and your military people know exactly what we need, and that's because of our really good and genuine defense cooperation. And as you mentioned, Canada has Operation Unifier deployment in Ukraine. It's about 200 men and women in uniforms who even now in these very difficult circumstances keep training. So your government exactly knows what we need. We have very important and very profound conversation about that. And we are hopeful that we will get the support that we need. And I'm talking in my private capacity, but what I remember from my ambassadorial job, that this is kind of conversation where you don't want too much attention, too much public attention to the subject.
But just give us a signal. Does Ukraine believe that Canada is warm to the idea of changing position and getting some kind of lethal weapons there, more than just night vision goggles, as you know, and radar sat, but actual lethal weapons? And on that note, and how quickly, to be effective, how quickly would you need them? Like, when is it too late?
I'll start from your last question. We need it immediately. And the sooner we get those weapons, the stronger the signals of deterrence towards Russia will be. Second, I think Canada is very supportive, and I believe the Canadian government is exploring different options. Finally, on the types of weapons, I can just say that we just received these new generation anti-armor weapons from the UK. and it's very sophisticated weapon specifically to stop armored vehicles and tanks, and that's something that Russian armed forces are rich of. And again, our Canadian partners are quite aware of our other needs.
Former Ambassador Andriy Shevchenko, first of all, it's very good to see you again. We wish you safety and your family and your country. We hope this does not come to an open shooting war. I always appreciate your time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Evan.